A beautiful shot overhead at Lucas Oil Stadium. We're live in Indiana for Week 3 of the All-Time Rosters franchise. It's the Steelers and the Colts. Glad you're with us in what should be a good one. Two of the powers out of the AFC and two of the blue bloods in all the NFL meet from Indianapolis. It's the Steelers and the Colts. Nick Grass in hand in what should be a good one. Hilton returns to the 24-yard line, and Peyton Manning, who beat out Johnny Unitas for the starting spot in the preseason, he takes the reins again for the Colts, and he's having himself a whale of a year. Third in passing at 528 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception on 68% completions for the Hall of Fame quarterback out of Tennessee. He's one of the great minds in football, nicknamed the Sheriff, finished his career third on the all-time passing list. 1st and 10. With the play clock down, Manning grabs it with 7 on the timer, throws to Berry over the middle. It's a gain of 12 on his first throw of the game. First down, Indianapolis. The all-time Colts, an embarrassment of riches of the quarterback position. As mentioned, Unitas, Burt Jones, who beat out Andrew Luck for the third-string spot. A lot of great passes, but none better than Peyton Manning. He's back on the first down, looking deep. He launches to Marvin Harrison, who could not make the catch, knocked down by Butler. This is the number 10 offense in football this season, led by Marvin Harrison and Raymond Berry at receiver. John Mackey's the tight end. And the starting backfield features fullback Alan Amici and running back Lenny Moore. Now the Colts have a formidable foe tonight, as Pittsburgh ranks 6th in yards allowed, 212.5 per game, and top 5 in points allowed this season too, in their dominant 2-0 beginning to the all-time Rosters franchise. On a second down, Manning with the straight drop gets rid of it to Berry again, over the middle for 10, and just short of a first down. Raymond Berry, it would have been incredible to see him coupled with Peyton Manning in the 2000s, but despite Manning working with only Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne, it's certainly great to see him in the fold for the Colts. He is third in receptions with 15 this year. Manning gets rid of it to Wayne. Could not make the catch. Jack Ham knocks it away. Steelers with 9 members of the Hall of Fame. 4 of them players to watch today. Polamalu, Woodson, Ham, and Lambert. T.J. Watt one to watch as well, as Manning tried to fit it in that time. And the Colts bring in Pat McAfee for the punts. McAfee averaging a glistening 48 yards a punt this year, drives it to Brown at the 10, and he is decked at the 19. A heated quarterback battle in Pittsburgh for the all-time preseason, and Big Ben won the job. 286 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception this year. He certainly played deserving of the number 1 position. But certainly no slouch of who he beat out. It's the 4-time Super Bowl champion Terry Bradshaw, who took over for the number 1 position. Roethlisberger on the first play of the game fires over the middle, incomplete to Miller. The Pittsburgh offense has struggled this season. Antonio Brown and John Stallworth are the starting receivers. Heath Miller's the tight end. John Henry Johnson and Franco Harris in the backfield. The Steelers have been very healthy all year on both ends of the ball, especially on offense. But Pittsburgh is just 24th in yards gained this season. On second down, Roethlisberger gets rid of it to Brown, who is spilled to the 26. A gain of 7 in front of Davis. The Colts starters defensively. 4 Hall of Famers on it. Bobby Boyd, Gino Marchetti, Bob Sanders, Art Donovan, and Shaquille Leonard. Ones to watch for Indy Baltimore. 3rd and 3. The Steelers are 37% on 3rd downs this season. Handoff inside to Harris, who squirts through a hole and has 5, and a Steelers first down. Now, it was an interesting debate for that quarterback job. Big Ben beating out Terry Bradshaw, the 2-time Super Bowl MVP. Roethlisberger, very accomplished player as well. He flips it to the right for Johnson, or the Hall of Famer gains 2 on the play. Roethlisberger, 5th on the all-time passing list, 3rd of the all-time career fourth quarter comeback list, and the 2004 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Very accomplished career for Big Ben. Hand off to Harris. He slips a tackle and has got the first down, a gain of 12. Now Big Ben doesn't have quite the Super Bowl hardware, but statistically was a better regular season quarterback and in many instances playoff quarterback to Bradshaw. He goes deep to Swan, who was there for the Super Bowls of Bradshaw. 37 yards and a first down. Swan got by everybody in the Colts defense. Rick Volk saved the touchdown. What a play. And already the Steelers are in the Colts red zone. First down to the 19 against the blitz. He throws to Miller, and Heath Miller's down to the 3. This offense rolling on the game's opening drive against the much maligned Colts defense. First and goal. They'll pitch it. There's Le'Veon Bell. And he takes a tumble to the Colts 2-yard line at second and goal. Second and goal at the 2-yard line. Handoff inside to Harris, and he had nowhere to go. Buried by Mike Curtis, one of the league's premier middle linebackers. Now 17 tackles this season, good for 6th in the all-time rosters franchise. Third and goal at the 1-yard line. Curtis and the Colts bring 5 on Roethlisberger. He looks and throws to Green in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers go the length of the field on their first drive of the game, and that is the 2-time Pro Bowl tight end Eric Green with his first catch of the season. And the extra point is good. 1:37 left in the first, then the Steelers are on the board 7-0 in Indy. Barry belts the ball away for Pittsburgh. This one returnable for the electric Lenny Moore. He reels it in about a yard deep, and Edwards with the hit of the 20. Alan Amici, the Hall of Fame all-decade teamer, just before the Super Bowl era, fullback for the all-time Indy Baltimore Colts, who played in both cities throughout their inception from 1953 all the way through today. First down to the 10. Manning against the 6-man rush. He still has time and guns it to Wayne. Smoke to the 29. First down, Colts. Peyton Manning flourished with the dynamic Reggie Wayne, coupled with one of the great route runners in NFL history, Marvin Harrison, at his disposal during that Super Bowl run of 2006. First down, he's back on a 4-man rush, and there's Wayne on the slant. Polamalu the stop. First down, Indy, Baltimore on a gain of 14. We've got a showdown of 2 outstanding quarterbacks. Big Ben, who just threw his 5th touchdown of the season. Manning already with 3, off and running today. He is hit, loses the ball, and Jack Ham picks it up at the 47. And is taken down to the 44-yard line. First fumble of the season from Peyton Manning, and he got rocked by James Harrison. Many remember him most by the pick 6 of Kurt Warner in the Super Bowl against the Cardinals in 2008, and he makes a big play for the Steeler defense. He was one of the hardest hitting linebackers in NFL history. There's Swan with the catch, and the first quarter comes to a close. The Steelers over the Colts by 7. This is Sunday night from Indianapolis. Welcome back to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Big Ben is on fire for the Steelers in the first quarter. He'll take the snap to begin the second, lobs it into the end zone for Lynn Swan. Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers. Hall of Famer Lynn Swann was held without a catch in the first 2 games of the season, wins at Baltimore and against Seattle. Yet he has run wild in the first half of this game. The extra point from Schweischem gives the Steelers an early 14-0 lead on Sunday night. 3 catches for 81 yards and a touchdown on a breakout game for the Super Bowl X MVP, Lynn Swann. Hilton from 2 yards deep to the 15. And Swann made the stop at the 19-yard line. And the all-time Colts take the field with a 14-0 Pittsburgh edge in Lucas Oil Stadium. Really a dominant first half for the 6-time NFL champion all-time Steelers. A first down at the 19-yard line against the safety blitz. Harrison gains 6 and gets rocked by number 26, Rod Woodson. He is arguably the greatest defensive back in the history of the game. Many people think Deion Sanders, and rightfully so. To me, my money's on Rod Woodson, and I'll tell you why. He has the most pick sixes in NFL history, the 3rd most interceptions in NFL history, as Harrison picks up the first down. 1993 Defensive Player of the Year, and anchored the #1 defense in football in 1990, and the #1 defense in football scoring-wise in 2000 with the Ravens when he joined that incredible defense. Here's Lenny Moore, who slips a tackle, and Moore goes all the way. His first carry is a Colts touchdown. Well, Peyton Manning is brilliant, but it was the first time all game they hand the ball off to anybody, and Moore makes him pay with a huge run. The Steelers didn't anticipate that as he goes all the way for the touchdown. 6:28 to go in the first half, and the Colts show some life, led by that guy, Hall of Famer Lenny Moore. He led the league and won Comeback Player of the Year with 16 rushing touchdowns in 1964. He was one of the great home run threats of the early Super Bowl era for the all-time Colts. And Lenny Moore scores his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year, and that certainly gives the crowd a boost with 6:26 left in the half. It's 14-7. 4-man rush. Roethlisberger throws underneath to Ward for the gain of 7.
Number 86, there for the reception. Gain of 7.
Another tackle by the leader of that defense, and Mike Curtis. 18 stops for the 4-time Pro Bowler out of Duke, who anchored the Super Bowl champion Colts of the 1970 season. Toss to Harris. He's got the first down, and Ted Hendricks wraps him up at the 32.
Number 32 gets the call of the way. 5-yard gain on the play.
5:20 left in the first half. The Steelers yet again driving, leading 14-7. Back-to-back touchdown drives for the Steelers, it should be noted, to begin the game. They look poised to do it again. 4 catches for 91 yards and another first down pickup for Lynn Swann. A 1st and 10 at their own 42. Gut run to Franco Harris, and that's big Art Donovan, the Hall of Fame lineman, with the tackle. And the Steelers keep inching the ball downfield, up 14-7. 2 receivers in, that is Swann and Brown at the 43. Roethlisberger looks to the way of Brown, still looking, and launches into the end zone. He's already got a touchdown and missed a chance for another. That's Brown, the intended target. The Steelers, a lowly 37% on 3rd downs this year. Outcut to Swann, and that had no chance. And with 4:14 left in the half, the Colts defense delivers a much-needed stop. First punt of the day for Jordan Berry. He has the best coffin corner percentage in franchise history. 40% of his career punts landed inside the 20. Not that time, it's in for a touchback. Well, the all-time Colts Can't be too pleased by their defensive performance in big portions of the first half, but they made the stop they needed. Lenny Moore just scored the long touchdown, and now this offense has a chance to tie the game in an exhilarating first half. They'll line up with their own 20 to begin their third drive. Manning hit as he throws. It's a deep shot to Wayne, and he beat Polamalu for the gain of 40. First down. Reggie Wayne gets by the defense. Peyton Manning took a big shot too, and the Colts, their receiving core is good as anybody, and they are rolling right now. Manning going deep again, this time into the end zone. Incomplete to John Mackey.
Number 86,
the Colts receiving core is incredible, with Raymond Berry and Marvin Harrison leading the way, but Reggie Wayne, T.Y. Hilton, Jimmy Orr, and Roger Carr. Incredible receiving core with John Mackey, Dallas Clark, and Jacob Tammy's the tight ends. This offense is incredible. Manning fires to Harrison. He's got it for a gain of 18. What a performance by Manning in this offense in just the first half. And the quarterback nicknamed the Sheriff, Peyton Manning. First down at the 22, orchestrating in a masterful drive. It began back at their own 20 just 2 minutes ago. With 5 on the play clock, Manning looks right and throws into the end zone. Harrison in for the touchdown. What a performance by Peyton Manning on this vaunted all-time Steeler defense. Russell Wilson and Lamar Jackson with horrific performances against the Steel Curtain. 9 Hall of Fame defenders for the all-time Steelers, but Peyton Manning is ripping them to shreds. And Marvin Harrison has another 59 yards and another Colt touchdown. That is his second of the young year. Vinatieri deep to Woodson, who was down the ball for a touchback. By the way, a great return man too, Rod Woodson. Hall of Famer from Purdue. 2:22 to go in the first half. The Steelers and the Colts in a Sunday night thriller were tied at 14. Roethlisberger over the middle to Brown. His reception good for the first down. If you thought the Colts receiving core was good, the Steelers might be even better. They've got Hall of Fame tandem John Stallworth and Lynn Swann, who coupled for the 4 Super Bowl chips in the dynastic 70s for the Steelers. Antonio Brown, the best of them all. Roethlisberger goes deep, and Ward, another great receiver too, makes the circus catch. What a catch from Hines Ward, who has the most receiving yards out of all the legendary Steelers wideouts. Good for the first down. It's Brown, Swann, Stallworth, Hines Ward, and the preseason hero Lewis Lips joining Santonio Holmes as the wideout core for the Steelers. As good as anybody on any all-time roster franchise. Heath Miller and Eric Green, the 2 tight ends, and Green just reeled in the first points. What has been a score fest from Indy. Second down, Roethlisberger on a 5-man rush, incomplete. Knocked away by Curtis.
Number 7 has his pass fall incomplete.
Third down and 5, false start.
False start, offense, still third down.
The Steelers led by head coach Chuck Noll, the experienced 23 years that he gained with the Steelers, leading the way for this Pittsburgh all-time franchise. They're one of the least penalized clubs in the league. Third down, Roethlisberger throws it away. Incomplete. And with 1:02 to go in the first half, the Steelers and Colts are locked up at 14. The Steelers' Sean Sweesom, a career 88% field goal kicker, that is. And he hits it to give the Steelers the 17-14 lead. And now he'll send it away. Sweesom 3 for 3 on field goals this year. He drives it into the end zone for T.Y. Hilton. A yard deep and gets crushed at the 21-yard line by Lambert. Adam Vinatieri, if Sweesom's good, Vinatieri's even better. One of the great field goal kickers in the game. In fact, he has the most field goal makes regular season and postseason in NFL history, and made a league-high 97% field goals in 2014. Incomplete, Raymond Berry, the intended target. Second down, 51 seconds left in the half. Manning, a red-hot first half, throws, and it's nearly picked off.
Number 31 on the cover. Third down.
Three-time first-team All-Pro, Donnie Shell knocks it away in that Steeler defense. 3rd and 10. The Colts 41% this year on third down. Manning is hit as he throws, loops it into traffic, and it's nearly picked off again, that time by Woodson.
The pass is incomplete. Number 88, the intended target on the play.
Well, it really was an exhilarating first half out of the offense. But the Colts stall with 3 consecutive Peyton Manning incompletions. McAfee with a brilliant punt. Brown to the 27, won't get past the 40. Taken down to the 36. The tackle by Ray Buchanan. An outstanding cover corner out of the University of Louisville. 33 seconds left in the first half, and the crowd on its feet. First down, here's Big Ben on a 4-man rush. He's looking and throws to Stallworth in traffic. Timeout, Chuck Noll. Well, the Steelers, if they play this right, could score again, preferably a touchdown for them, but just the first down needed for field goal range. Check down to Ward, and the Steelers will call another timeout. Vontae Davis with the stop. Third play of this drive for the Steelers. Swan, Stallworth, and Brown, the 3 wideouts. Roethlisberger to Brown at the 40. Antonio Brown hit by Davis. First down, Steelers. And Pittsburgh's going to line up Sean Sweesom for the 52-yarder. This would be his longest make of the year, and he got it.
The field goal attempt is good.
20-14 Pittsburgh with 6 seconds left in a thrilling first half on Sunday night. Plenty of points between these two blue blood franchises. Dallas Clark, the up man, taken down to the 39-yard line. Well, it's been a fabulous first half out of the Sheriff. He'll get a chance to, barring a penalty, try and sneak in a late touchdown here. This would be the final play before the break. Manning hit as he throws. This one very deep and tipped away by the defense. The Steelers lead it by 6. Second half coming up next. Welcome back to Lucas Oil. These are 2 of the greatest franchises in the history of the National Football League. Steelers, 6 NFL championships, 34 All-Pros, and 19 members of the Hall of Fame. The Colts, very good too. 4 championships, 33 All-Pros, 12 Hall of Fame players. 2 incredible franchises, and the game has not disappointed. Away we go on Sunday night. Nick Grice on hand from Indianapolis. The 2-0 Steelers and the 1-1 all-time Colts. Check down to John Henry Johnson for the gain of 4. Check out the numbers today from Big Ben. 224 yards for Big Ben. That gives him at exactly 500 passing yards already this season. Against the blitz, Roethlisberger looks deep. No one's there, and he is sacked by Hendricks. The Mad Stork, who played with the Baltimore Colts, Oakland Raiders, and the Green Bay Packers, with the quarterback sack for the Colts, his first of the season. Third down, quick drop, and Roethlisberger misses a wide-open receiver, incomplete to Brown. Well, that is a devastating miss for one of the quarterbacks that have really been thriving in this offense this year. Roethlisberger just outside of the top 10 in completion percentage, and he missed a gimme. Off the 3-and-out, Hilton brings it back to the 35. The tackle from Minkah Fitzpatrick, a 3-time first-team All-Pro out of Alabama. And with that, the Colts' high-powered offense will set up shop at its own 35-yard line, down by 6, to begin the second half. 1st and 10. Manning against the blitz again, unloads to Wayne. Over the middle for 6. That is his 4th grab of the game and his 12th. Of a very productive start to the season for the Colts. 3rd on the team behind Marvin Harrison and Raymond Berry. Manning changes the play at the 41-yard line. 5-man rush. Manning with time. Incomplete. Dropped by Berry. An uncharacteristic drop by one of the most productive receivers in the game, Raymond Berry. A 3-time league leader in receiving, yards, and receptions. And a Hall of Fame wideout out of SMU. Drafted in the 20th round all the way back in 1954. Joined the Colts in 1955. Edgerrin James, his first run of the day. 9 yards and a first down. He helped win the NFC in 08 with the Cardinals and make a number of division and championship games across the league, but was a draft choice of the Indianapolis Colts back in 1999 and won the Offensive Rookie of the Year right away. Manning into traffic. Nearly picked off Berry, the intended target.
The intended receiver on the play.
Manning getting a little too anxious trying to fit that into Berry that time. Colts a chance to take the lead with 5:14 to go in the 3rd. Plenty of points in this one. 20-14 Pittsburgh. Manning with time. Throws to Harrison over the middle for 5.
Number 88 on the reception. 5-yard gain on the play.
Well, for those of you just joining us, Pittsburgh jumped out to a 14-0 lead as Ben Roethlisberger and the defense had an outstanding 9 minutes of football. The Colts jumped back into the game, led by our Lenny Moore 61-yard touchdown. And after a couple of Steeler field goals, it's Pittsburgh 20 and Indy Baltimore 14. Manning throws it away with 4:30 to go in the 3rd. The Colts will punt. McAfee, the greatest punt season in franchise history by average, 49.3, averaging 48.0 this year, and drives it into the end zone for a touchdown. 4:24 to go in the 3rd quarter. Both teams had to punt on their opening drive of the half. Pittsburgh sets up shop at its own 20, leading 20-14. Gut run to Franco Harris, and he crawls to the 29-yard line, his 7th run, and a gain of 9. The 37 yards from Franco gives him over 200 yards this season rushing, good for 9th in the league for the Hall of Fame back out of Penn State. Roethlisberger looks, and he's going for it all on a 2nd and short, deep to Brown, and it's incomplete. Volk on the coverage. Pittsburgh went 3 and out on their last drive and would love to avoid a 3 and out on this drive. They need a yard. They'll give it to Bell, and he's got more than enough for a Steelers first down.
That play is good for a first down.
The number 2 back in this offense had 3 1,000-yard rushing seasons, then missed all of the following year, 2018, with a contract dispute, and was never the same. That's Le'Veon Bell. Roethlisberger on a first down, throws over the middle to Stallworth. That is his 2nd catch and a gain of 7.
Makes the reception. 7-yard gain on the play.
Stallworth with 8 receptions this year. The Steelers running back room very good as well. Franco Harris, Le'Veon Bell, the bust, Jerome Bettis, and Bill Dudley. Harris the call, and he's got the first down. That is the 2nd on this promising Steeler drive.
The ball carrier on the play. Gain of 7.
Harris north of 5 yards a run this year. Productive season, rather in today's game, but over 6.5 yards a run this season. Very productive year for him. Bell buried in the backfield by Donovan.
There for the stop. 1-yard loss on the play.
Pittsburgh a chance to be one of a handful of teams to go 3-0 to begin the all-time roster franchise. The Colts trying to get back atop the division. The strike to Stallworth, good for 13 on another first down. And Big Ben is rolling in today's game. A career-high 245 yards at this point in today's game. With a minute to go in the 3rd, Roethlisberger's back again. He throws to Brown over the middle for 6. A season high, that is, for Roethlisberger, not a career high. Antonio Brown, one of the best receivers in the history of the game, hit by Davis, and he is out. A false start of the offense.
False start.
One of the great receivers in the game, and that is not a overstatement. Antonio Brown, incredible career from 2010 to 2018 with the Steelers. Pittsburgh, with bated breath, is hoping that he can return at some point today. Roethlisberger tipped away by Hendricks.
Incomplete pass. Number 88. The intended target on the play.
It does give the Steelers a chance to bring in preseason hero Louis Lips, the 1984 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Roethlisberger on a straight drop, under duress, and down he goes. That's Dwight Freeney with the sack. Just his first sack of the season. He had 107.5 in his Hall of Fame career with the Colts, second on the all-time Indianapolis list. 2 first down pickups for that Steeler offense, but they stall near midfield. And Barry drives it in for a touchback. After 34 points were scored in the first 2 quarters of the game, we have had 3 punts and no points in the third quarter. This may be the final play of the period as Manning hands to Lenny Moore on a draw, and he had no chance, taken down by Super Bowl champion Andy Russell. Fourth quarter from Indy coming up next. It's 20-14 Steelers. Nick Rice in hand. It is Sunday Night Football from beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. John Mackey in motion as Manning switches the play, and he's been very quiet, not just today, but all season. Just 7 receptions on the year for the Hall of Fame tight end. Manning hit as he throws. Moore the target, and he gains 5.
Number 24 with the catch on the play. Gain of 5.
This is a showdown of 2 of the most successful franchises in the National Football League. Both are top 12 in the NFL in win percentage. Both are top 11 in playoff wins, and both are top 11 in Super Bowl championships. Manning on a third down, unloads to his running back, and James didn't see it.
Number 18 can't complete the pass.
And that really has epitomized the struggles of this offense in the second half, as the Colts will punt it for the second straight series. And they closed the first half to the Colts with a 3-and-out as well. It's been a dreadful quarter and a half for them. Of course, considering the defense they're up against, it certainly wasn't going to be smooth sailing throughout for Manning and company. First down to the 37 with 7:10 left in the game, and the Colts are going to lean on that defense again. First down to the 37. Harris on the run, and there was plenty of blue jerseys there. First it was Volk, and then the mad Stork, Ted Hendricks, got him for a loss. One of the tallest linebackers in the history of the game, standing north is 6'7". Incredible athlete, too. Roethlisberger on second down, guns it over the middle to Swan for the gain of 9.
Number 7
And Lynn Swan has his first 100-yard game of the season. He has the 4th most receiving touchdowns in franchise history with 51. Toss to Franco on a 3rd and 2, and he will not get there. Well, Manning and company is going to have their 4th consecutive drive down by 1 possession here, as this one's driven into the end zone for a touchback. 5:26 left in the game. You just think it's a matter of time before they start to find their rhythm in this offense. We have, since the touchdown of Lenny Moore, have not seen the running back tote the football today in the ground game. He did have a catch to close the previous drive. 5:26 left on Sunday night here in the 4th quarter. Here's Moore on the draw, and Jack Butler brings him down for a loss.
Number 24 with the carry on the play. Loss of 3.
All-around phenomenal football player, a 4-time Pro Bowler out of St. Bonaventure. He played in the 1950s for Pittsburgh. And makes the stop for a 3-yard loss. Butler, that is his 2nd tackle for loss this year. Plenty of time off the clock for this one. Manning hit as he throws. Incomplete again.
The pass is incomplete.
Man, this has really been an underwhelming second half of the Colts offense. they've got to do something, and if they want to come back, they may need to do it on this drive, as the Steelers certainly are poised to put together another scoring possession at some point. And on 3rd and 13, the Steelers are going to bring the house again. Manning goes deep. There's Raymond Berry past everybody. He beat Mel Blount and goes 83 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. One of the greatest receivers in the history of the game. A 20th round draft choice turned into a Hall of Famer, catching passes for years from Johnny Unitas, the Hall of Fame quarterback. The extra point is good, and the Colts, with the biggest play of the day, have taken the lead with 4:33 to go. 3 receptions for 104 yards and a touchdown. Boy, after the score fest in the first half, it took until now for the first points of the second half. Rod Woodson downs for a touchback, and the Steelers find themselves behind for the first time today. Pittsburgh sets up shop at its own 20 in a back-and-forth battle on Sunday night. Nick Rice in hand, 21-20. The Colts over the Steelers. Peyton Manning with 2 touchdowns in today's game, and that gives him 5, good for 7th in the league this season.
Number 32 hits the Colts. 5-yard gain on the play.
Harris, after the 5-yard gain, his offense faces second down. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Roethlisberger completes to Swan over the middle for 4. 21 of 28 for 263 yards today for the Steeler quarterback, along with a pair of touchdown passes to the likes of Eric Green and Lynn Swan. 3rd and 1, he throws on the run, and it's a 3-and-out for the Steelers. John Stallworth, the intended target, and he has been a no-show for big portions of the game after an outstanding first 2 weeks of the season for the Steelers. Berry drives it deep with 3:18 to play. Hilton to the 25, and he heads left to the 33 with the tackle from Minkah Fitzpatrick. Certainly credit belongs to the Colts defense when Manning and company struggled for big portions of the second half for them to deliver so many scoreless drives against a good Pittsburgh club. And now the Colts have a chance here. They're going to need a lot of magic, but they have a chance to run out all the clock and win the game on offense. The handoff to Lenny Moore, who nearly has the opening first down, a gain of 9. An outstanding run from Lenny Moore, the Hall of Famer, on just 4 carries with 64 yards and a touchdown. Moore finishing 3rd for the 1964 NFL MVP voting. Best running back in Colt history. Edgerrin James, the backup, motors to the 47. First down Colts. It's just their 6th run between the two backs today. They haven't run the ball much, but they're going to need the ground game against the vaunted Steelers if they want to close out the fourth quarter on offense. 2 minutes to go. Moore, Hall of Fame back out of Penn State, gets the call and had no chance. Timeout Steelers.
Number 24, the ball carrier.
And the Colts are 1 first down away from their 2nd win of the season. And a good bounce back against the Browns last week here at home. 2nd down with 1:57 to go. The win is at the Steeler 43-yard line. And Moore loses the ball. Donnie Shell recovers, and he's got no one in front of him. Shell's going to go all the way. Touchdown Steelers.
Touchdown Steelers.
Not only does Lenny Moore not reach the first down, but he gets rocked by James Harrison again. That's 2 forced fumbles for Harrison, and that one brought back by Shell for the score. Harrison led the league in forced fumbles as the 2008 Defensive Player of the Year with 7, and has 2 already on Sunday night. The Steelers to make it a full 7-point game. Caught by Stallworth, and the 2-point conversion is successful. First points of the half for Pittsburgh, and it's courtesy of the defense. How fitting the steel curtain makes a big play. 1:49 left. It's now on Manning and the Colts to drive downfield. They need a touchdown for overtime. Green with the tackle of Hilton. With 1:44 to go, Manning who's had an outstanding game, just under 300 yards today. His offense with first down at their own 29. 4 receivers as they begin 71 yards away from a tie. Manning begins the drive of the pass and throws to Harrison in the flat. He's got it for the gain of 6 and gets decked. And Marvin Harrison is hurt on the play. He'll leave with 1:39 left. A big loss for the Colts if he can't return. Similar to Antonio Brown, now it's Marvin Harrison who is hurt, and we'll see very soon the status of both receivers. Blitz is coming. Manning lobs it into traffic. Mackey gets by the defense. He's got it for a huge gain of 27 on the pitch and catch from Peyton Manning. Third play of the drive. Manning unloads a slant to Wayne. It's reeled in for the gain of 7. This is an incredible drive in the clutch. Manning against this defense has been outstanding. A second down to the 31-yard line. He guns it over the middle to Hilton. 16 yards, and that gives Peyton Manning 306 yards on the day. Take a look at those numbers. A combined 569 yards passing between the two quarterbacks, and even more here to John Mackey, who's wrapped up at the 9. Manning 17 of 30 for 312 yards, 2 touchdowns in today's game for the Colts. A second down at the Steeler 9-yard line. Manning looks, hit as he throws. It's intercepted by Rod Woodson. He'll down the ball for a touchback, and the Steelers are well on their way to winning the game. I mentioned earlier, Rod Woodson, in my opinion, the greatest defensive back in NFL history. 71 career picks. That's 3rd on the all-time list. 12 of them returned for touchdowns, most in NFL history. Incredible career for Rod Woodson, and his first pick of the season may have just sealed a Steeler win. Back-breaking mistake from Peyton Manning as well, who was known to a certain extent of throwing the interceptions. He was a bit of a gambler, but still, of course, as good as anybody at quarterback all time. Now, the Steelers aren't out of the woodshed yet. They've got to pick up a first down. Inside run to Franco, and he is buried for a loss. Timeout called by Tony Dungy and the Colts. So the Steelers, if they don't pick up the first down, it looks like they're conceding here. They're going to have to punt it away. Colts can't stop the clock, but there's a 1-second difference between the game clock and the play clock. So the Steelers are going to have to run a play. Jordan Berry will punt it away, and T.Y. Hilton, the electric 4-time Pro Bowl receiver, back to return for the Colts, and he's going to need to bring it back all the way. It would be the first punt return touchdown of the season, and that would force overtime in this thrilling Sunday night game. Berry with 2 seconds left. Final play of the game, barring a penalty. And it's deep to T.Y. Hilton. He's got to the 37 and couldn't get by Fitzpatrick or number 37, Carnell Lake. And with that, the game is over. A thrilling back-and-forth battle on Sunday night. One of the great games of the season, won by Roethlisberger and the Steelers on the clinching Rod Woodson interception. And with that, the Steelers are 3-0. Final score on Sunday night, Pittsburgh 28, Indianapolis, Baltimore 21. Complete Week 3 coverage coming up next. This is the all-time rosters franchise with Charger 95.